Did you know that 55% of what people hear is nonverbal communication or body language? Check out this week's episode of Agent Hacks to learn 6 ways you can make your body language more effective so you win more business. The real estate industry is full of people doing things a certain way because that's how they always have been done. These are not those techniques. If you want to get punched in the throat with the most aggressive and innovative ways to generate business and run your real estate practice, check out Agent Hacks. I'm Tom Toole. Welcome to Agent Hacks. This week, we are going over 6 ways to improve your nonverbal communication because we know that over 55% of what people hear are nonverbal cues. So besides the tonality and the words actually coming out of your mouth, it's about what you're doing with your body and what you're putting through in terms of body language when you're in these meetings with potential clients. So number 1, make sure you stand up straight. It's a simple one, but a lot of people don't do it. When you're hunched over like this, it shows you're disinterested and you're not confident. People do not want to hire someone that is not confident in their abilities to get the home sold. So you want to make sure that confidence really comes through, and it's very easy to do that just by standing up straight, putting your shoulders back, and knowing that you're the right person for the job. Secondly, make sure you lean forward in the meeting, especially when you're sitting at a table with somebody. When you lean forward, it shows you're engaged, you're listening, and you're actively understanding what that person is saying. Whether or not you're listening, I mean, you should listen, but whether or not you're listening, that's not the point. The point is you want to make it clear that you are listening not only with what you're doing, but with your nonverbal cues. Number 3, make eye contact. So stare at the person right here. And when you do that, and you want to make eye contact with both people, this is pretty critical. Look at both. If it's a husband and a wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is, you want to make sure you're making eye contact with all the decision makers because that's going to show, again, you're someone they can trust. You can look them in the eye and you can tell them exactly what you're going to do to earn the job of selling their home. It builds trust by making eye contact. It's critical. When people don't make eye contact, all these stories and alarm bells go off with the prospect. Why aren't they looking me in the eye? Can I trust them? You never want to be in that spot, so make sure you're making eye contact. Very, very critical. Number 3 is watch your arms. So when you're someone's standing like this, you are closed off to communication. You are closed off and not open to anything that person is saying. That is bad body language. So when you're with a prospect, watch your arms. Put your hands in your pocket. Keep them on the table. Don't fidget. You really want to be careful with what you're doing because people will see all those things. So really be careful with your arms. And while we're on the topic of arms, make sure your shoulders are facing both of the prospects if you're at a meeting with them. Closing off to one side or the other means you're closing off that other person from the conversation. Number 5, you want to deliver equal pressure on the handshake. Sounds a little funny, but by squeezing too hard, you're looking to overpower and win. If you're not squeezing hard enough, you have that dead fish sort of handshake. Nobody likes that. Equal pressure means you're on equal footing with the prospect. That's what it means. Very critical. And lastly, shout out to Bill Pipes and Wendy on our team. Make sure you smile. And not smile like a mental patient where you're grinning constantly, but smile and make sure people know that you like what you're doing. I used to not smile enough. I'll be the first one to tell you. I used to be very serious, very focused on the job at hand, and those are good traits in a lot of cases, but when you don't smile, people aren't going to want to work with you. They're not going to want to relate to you, so make sure you are smiling when you go to these meetings. Smile when you meet them. Smile when they're talking and telling you things they like about their property or they want in a new home. That's going to acknowledge that you're excited for them. So you follow these techniques, it's going to build much more rapport, it's going to make that 55% nonverbal communication a lot more effective, and simply, you're going to win more business. If you got any questions, you want to talk more, I can help you with anything, ping me on social. Otherwise, we'll be back next week with another great episode of Agent Hacks.